Alright, everybody, welcome to the CarlosX360 channel. Today we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Um, Xbox just wrapped up their Gamescom section of the live coverage. Gamescom is going on right now. It's a convention in uh, Germany, and developers go there to show off their games to players all around the world. That it's basically like E3 for Germany. It's basically GDC for Germany. So that's what happened today. And Xbox just did like a live stream to announce games, show off games, all that kind of stuff. And so um Digital Eclipse did like a tour, and they had their second trailer, which revealed Mortal Kombat trilogy. Today they did more than just announce a game or two. They did more announcements. So let's react together.
You have guys in their 20s. What kind of video game are they gonna make? We knew that there was something special going on.
Fight. Fatality.
Sub-Zero and Special Forces. Menu. Learning the history.
Freedom that we were given to create that game, in hindsight, was incredible.
And there's a training mode for fatalities. Online multiplayer rollback. Local versus. CRT filters, music player, character history. Rewind your mistakes.
Get over here! Flawless victory.
WaveNet. Alright, so let's start off with WaveNet. WaveNet is basically like a beta version of the arcade games. Uh, it was basically like a local test. Um, Back in the 90s, the way beta testing works is that companies take their computers and their games to a location. Let's say Chicago. That's where a lot of people are. So they want people to test the game here and there and that. So they did that, and then all those people would give feedback to developers, and so that's what it was for. WaveNet, according to Total MK, it was like a modified version of a game, like let's say Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Use that as an example. That's where it was right here. So he said that it was basically a modified version of those arcade games, and it featured like characters that were not in the final game. So basically, what I took from that is a beta version of those games because they wanted feedback. And it shows in the trailer there was like features that we didn't have in the final game because um one of the ninjas, it looks like a reptile, but it's not reptile. It was like a silhouette of a character, and we didn't have that in the final game. So it was basically new Cybot in a different color, basically a reptile kind of color. So they were testing that, and so they put it into Legacy Collection. Second thing is the rewind feature is nice because um I don't know if you guys know this, but Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero, it was hard. It was hard, and notoriously hard. I owned it for Nintendo 64, and the version they have here is the PlayStation 1 version. So that's what's gonna happen. The other thing is rollback online code. I mean, online gameplay is basically what they have in um their previous collections, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. Um, so yeah, my favorite one is like the training mode for fatalities. That was interesting. Um, so what else? They say that this is the final game in the collection. Here's what Digital Eclipse said. Digital Eclipse said, announced during the Xbox Showcase Gamecom live stream, the final lineup and features for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection are Mythologies Sub-Zero, Special Forces, and Trainer Mode to help combatant master any of the legendary fatality finishing moves. And then there's the title card. But here's the problem. There's one more date to go. One more date. And it is PAX West, I think. PAX. So I don't think so. Because these two represent the two boxes. There's 4 boxes. Trilogies is done. Sub-Zero is done. Special Forces is done. There's one more announcement. Okay? One more. So, I don't think this is the final list. If I refresh, hold on here. Let me see. Because I was in Fate's live streams, and they said that Mortal Kombat Gold was trending right here. See? I have to press show more. I don't see it yet, but I'm not gonna doubt him. Hold on here. Trending. Silk Song is trending, but it would have been here. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not gonna doubt him, but the problem is, this does happen. Hold on here. Xbox console is trending. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. But anyway, I don't think Dan Emmerich or Frost is going to ignore the trending, because if you see the Hold on here. Let's go back. 1 second here. Whoops, sorry, that's my fault. That's my bad. Okay, so let's go back to here. If we go back here, let's see the replies. All right. Where's MK Gold? That should have been an easy pick to put in this collection. Please try and add Dreamcast and MK Gold. MK Gold again. So that's what's going on right now in Twitter. MK version of Trilogy. MK Gold again. MK Gold again. I don't think this is going to be falling on deaf ears. And if it does, that's going to be a lot of backlash. Because here's the thing. The most definitive version of Mortal Kombat 4 is the Dreamcast version. Total MK says that the problem is that the disc is like a between problem. I'm not gonna put words into his mouth, but his idea is the disc was the big problem, and then getting it to copy to no, bro. The CD protection thing, it was broken a long time ago. A lot of people copied games onto some kind of hardware, but you could burn the discs and then play different kinds of games, including Mortal Kombat Gold. So that's not the problem. That's out of the list now. So once you put the disc in to the Windows machine, the problem is not going to be reading the disc. It's going to be the code. Okay? When you put the code into another platform, let's say Switch, because Switch is a different kind of code base than the rest of the consoles. But here's the thing though. The baseline for Mortal Kombat Legacy Kollection, the lead platform is the Switch. Okay? So if they can't put the game into that console, they won't put it in there. Okay? Because it's not just the hardware, it's also the code. So the Switch is very weak. So they have to work around that system. Okay? The specification of Switch is the baseline. Okay? So once they've done that, they can put it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox, whatever. The problem is not going to be the actual game itself. It's primitive by today's standards. The problem is going to translate that code, which Dreamcast originally was a Windows console. Okay? The actual chip is Windows CE. Okay? So you have to translate that chip, that code, into, let's say, Switch. okay, to get that compatibility in parity, okay? You have to take that code into Nintendo Switch and then the rest of the consoles. That's more work, that's more resources, more this and that. It's not a licensing issue. It's not a contract issue. No, it's basically the code, porting it from Windows CE to Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles. That's basically what's the problem here. The next announcement is gonna be at PAX West, and it's gonna be the release date. However, I think there's gonna be that one more thing announcement. I think it's gonna be MK Gold. The problem these developers have to contend with is the code base from Windows CE to Nintendo Switch and the rest of their consoles. That's all there is to it. So that'll be all for this video. Enjoy the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, all that jazz. I'm just spitballing here, but I'll see you guys later. Stay awesome. There it is. It's trending right now. I don't know if you can see that. That's MK Gold and trending. There it is. That's what we're talking about right here. Trending. Let's click it. See. Where's MK Gold? Trending. Everybody's talking. See? Going on and 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 on. They're getting roasted, bro. It's... oh, wow. So, yeah, I don't think they're gonna ignore this. I don't think so. No. So, they don't say how many posts it was, but Metroid Prime 4 is 1,457 posts. So, I don't know, bro. In Fate's live stream, there's a lot of people who complain about this too. And one poster said, oh, MK Gold was never requested in the first place. I called it out in the last, in the first, reveal. I said this. Everybody agrees. They're gonna get a there's gonna be backlash, and this is telling me there's gonna be backlash. They're gonna put it in. They're gonna do it. The other, I also want to talk about this. The digital release for Mortal Kombat Legacy Kollection is going to be in the fall, but the physical edition, it's going to be a December release. There are leaks about it, so we don't know this definitively for sure confirmed, but for the most part, I think we're gonna have some surprises between now and release, and then after release. So, but I don't think gold is not in the final game. I think gold is in the final release, because this is telling me, look at this. This is telling me these are like, they're customers, they're paying customers. The first trailers showed 4 question marks. They revealed Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat Special Forces, and Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. Could the 4th be MK Gold? May I be crashed out faster than necessary? See, this is what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna get away with this. This is not... Okay, so, yeah. They're not gonna ignore it. That'll be all for this video. This is the second part of the video. This was done right after I finished up the video. I apologize, guys. Yeah. This is CarlosX360 signing out.